Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. We're going to do a little bit of a test tonight. We're going to test CSX. CSX Heavy Haul. We've been given a task to help a train get up a hill. Something. Right. Set up the locomotive. Set the reverser to backwards. You got it.
This is X570 requesting a track board from Sandpatch to Salisbury Junction. Over.
X570, subject to signal indications. Proceed from Sandpatch to Salisbury Junction. Over.
All right.
X570, subject to signal indications, proceeding from Sandpatch to Salisbury. Out.
Release the brakes. How far are we going? Stop. Okay, beyond the Sandpatch crossovers. Okay, so I think that's the top target is 900 yards approximately. So I think we're going that way. So yeah, I just for a minute there I forgot to talk. I got so into my game that I forgot I was making a video. So we're going to give this one a try too. I need a third game, and I really can't figure out what it should be. So I thought we'd test this one. This game's been out since last summer, so it's April of 2018 right now. This game came out, I believe, in June of 2017. It's a cool game. The level of detail I think is amazing, and it represents about a 50 mile corridor of rail in my sort of old neighborhood, old stomping grounds, Maryland, and the surrounding area is sort of where I grew up, western Pennsylvania, down around that way. Hagerstown, Maryland is where my family's from, at least in the U.S. And so I really like that part of it. The problem with all train games is if they're realistic, they are boring as hell. And if they're not realistic, or I guess another way to say it is if they're very interesting, if they're very exciting, then they are not very realistic, because they're apparently, trains are pretty slow, sort of par for the course. Trains do things slowly, and there's a lot of slowing down and stopping and other things that you need to do, and it's just the nature of trains. So we'll give it a try. I love the detail. I love the trains. I love even little things like getting a train started where you have to hop out of the cab and go to this place and go to that place. Just touch a brake here. And the timing of like slowing down and stopping a train and everything. I find it all fascinating. I love it. But I don't know that it necessarily makes for a compelling video. So we'll give it a try and see how it works out. Now the other problem is this is a 2-hour scenario. And if I record for a full 2 hours, I think my file will be about 50 gig when it's done, and there's no way I'm posting up. Whoa. There's no way I'm posting a 50 gig video. Very slow, very stately. I feel like I'm sailing a ship or something. Right. Now I was so proud of myself because I did figure out at some point that you can flip the switches, like the track switches to points. You can do that from in cab. You don't have to get out of the cab and run around, which I was doing for the longest time. And I wasn't wasting time, but I was running all over when I could have just been doing it from inside. Not the best use of time. All right. There you go. Now what do we do? Put the reverser into forwards and head towards Salisbury. Stop at location Yoder, just beyond Salisbury Junction. So now if we go here, and okay, so it flipped the switch for us. Is that right? That's right. So we go here. I don't think we have lights on, so let's turn our lights on. Turn those on. Turn those on. Brake off. Reverser forward. All right. Yeah, super chill on a Saturday night. And the only thing about this game, the version that I'm on, I believe it's been patched and optimized, but I know initially when the game first came out, it was just an absolute frame rate killer. I think it's been worked on, optimized a bit, and it's not nearly as bad, but I'm still in cab. I'm about 30 FPS. If I go out of cab, try to do this very gingerly. Well, I'm still at exactly 30 FPS. So, okay. Sometimes, you know, in big world games, if you're looking out, you know, the GPU has to render a ton of stuff, and if you look down from above, you're rendering less stuff, so you get a better frame rate. So I don't know how far we're going. I guess 6 miles. Let's do that. Let's go up to Yoder, and then I'll pause the video there, and we'll call it a day, because that'll be probably 15 minutes at that point, 20 minutes. We'll call it a day, and then we'll take a look later and see whether this is a good thing, whether it's worth continuing with. And well, okay, I guess I can tell you that too. I'm not on. I was using OBS, and I hadn't really thought about this. OBS has been very frustrating for me, and I feel like it's been kind of dinging my FPS, and I just wanted an alternative or something better. I just wanted to experiment a little bit, and I did. And what I found was my graphics card. I've got a GeForce 1050 Ti, and it's capable of running the GeForce Experience, which has shadow play in it, which allows you to capture with a hardware accelerated app directly from the card. So not taking a hit on frame rate, not beating up my hardware, not generating any more heat, basically not running OBS, but just capturing directly from the card in a very efficient way. And I've tried it on every sim that I run, and it seems to be the way to go. There are a couple of sims that don't support it, or Shadowplay doesn't support those sims, I guess is a better way of saying it. But for the most part, I think I'll be able to run just about everything, except for cattle and crops. Let's do a little dynamic brake. Yeah. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, everything but cattle and crops, which I'm not using right now anyway because of the waiting for the next patch to come out. fix the AI. I guess actually I'm not. I can be playing it now, and I need to sort of work my way back through the scenario and get back to mission 17, the big maize harvest. And the reason I need to do that is when the AI gets fixed, it would be nice to be at that mission anyway, so I could just go ahead and make an episode of it straight away and not have to play 17 hours of game to get caught up. So maybe that's a better way to say it. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Do a little. And I'm not used to controlling things with a mouse. If I'm a little bit Melvin, that's why. So yeah, everything but cattle and crops, which I'm not really doing a whole lot with right now anyway. But we'll give this one a try. It's a cool game. I have to admit, it is a cool game. It's just it's pretty mellow. And when I say pretty mellow, I mean it is extremely mellow. Mostly this game is just going to be looking out this window and listening to me talk. So if those are the sorts of things that you're into, fantastic. Welcome. And if that's not the sort of thing that you're into, I will probably be posting a Project Cars 2 video tomorrow. But in the meantime, here we are. What do we got? We got the horn. I don't know what that was. Totally froze up there for a minute. Come on, NVIDIA, wake up, get yourself together. Yeah, man. Pretty exciting. Let's take a look at this view. What's going on up there? Oh yeah, look at that. It's gorgeous, beautiful. I gotta go back inside. Nope, gotta go back inside and apply a little brake. So many brakes in a train. Wow. I mean, I guess I knew that. I knew it wasn't just like you didn't just push on a pedal on the floor. Yeah, I knew that. What does that do? Train link. Oh, fantastic. I knew you didn't just like mash a pedal and the train stopped. I knew it was complicated, but I had no idea it was this complicated. And there's about a half a dozen, maybe 8 locomotives. Some of them have a similar interior, and a lot of them have similar controls, but there are also very different locomotives, and they all handle differently, and then they handle obviously completely differently when they don't have a train behind them. But yeah, man, doing our thing. Yeah, we'll just go to this town and then I'll end the video there. It does have an appeal, I have to say. Line. What does that do? Oh wow. I never even knew that was there. Fantastic. Look at the things that we learn. Look at us learning about trains and so forth. Wonder how this guy feels about me blowing that horn. Hey buddy. Hey, what if I tickle your neck a little bit right like that? How do you feel about that? He doesn't like that. Right. Yeah. You can see we're not. I'm not even keeping my own attention. I can't imagine that I'm holding yours. And I really don't have a whole lot going on today. There's not a lot for me to add to the, you know, the narrative, the dynamic. I got nothing, I have to say. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Now, you know what? I'll have some tea. Drink some tea while we're cruising along. A little tea. Fantastic. Cinnamon chai tonight. A little vape. Right. I don't think I've fallen asleep on this one yet. I mean, on this sim yet, but it's been close. All right. Give a little dynamic break there. Scenery is fantastic, I have to say. It's even if they've detuned it, you know, as they optimized, if they back the detail off a little bit, I still think the detail is amazing. And having grown up in this part of the world, it's so accurate. I mean, I know games get better and better every year, and we'll look back at this in a few years and be like, oh god, it looks like a cartoon. Yeah, a little bit, but you know, Microsoft Train Simulator, when did that come out? 2000? Maybe before that. Nah, it was 2000. Yeah, 2000. Yes, I want to say. I could look it up. It's not like I'm multitasking or anything. We'll just say 2000 for the sake of argument. And that game looked great at the time, and you look at it now and it's just, oh, there's no bueno. But everything needs to be, I guess, evaluated on its place in time. You can't look at things from the, you know, it's like looking at a car from the 1920s and saying, oh, it's not, you know, fast or it's not reliable. Well, no, not compared to something contemporary, but in its day it was an absolute weapon. So I know we'll look back at this game and think it doesn't look very good at all, but to me right now, today, this looks pretty good. And everything is on high, not ultra, like always. Alright. Yeah, a whole lot of this. I cannot imagine doing an hour of this. Although, you know, crazier things have happened. Maybe somebody's way into this. Now what happens if I do this? Nothing. Okay. So I think when we get near to where we're going, I think then I will back off the dynamic brake and turn up the automatic brake, or will I just stop the train with the locomotive brake because we don't have a train on here? Hard to say. I'll back this off a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I want my channel to be kind of chill, but I think I feel like this is excessive. We're a little too chill right now. This is like falling asleep. That's no bueno. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me see what's going on when we get down to Yoder. And if it's anything interesting, like if they want us to hook up a train or something, then I'll do that. Then I'll end the episode. I guess we're fixing to go around a big bend here. Sort of. S-bend action. Still descending, not as much. Not as steep. Just picked up a bunch of FPS. Good for us. It's weird. I was recording earlier today with head tracking on, and I have really gotten gun shy about like moving with the, what do you call it? I just said it, face tracking. I've gotten really gun shy about moving with the face tracking and jerking my cab view in either truck sim or train sim or racing or whatever. So I've really like conditioned myself just in the course of a couple of days playing with face tracking. I conditioned myself to like, oh, you know, never move your head. Why do I feel like we're not? There it is. You know, don't move your head. Don't move your head. And now, even though we have the face tracking turned off for this game, it's not compatible with this anyway. But even though we have it turned off, I still feel like I'm really keeping my head just like dead ahead, not turning or looking in any direction. Right. I haven't gone blowing through anywhere yet. Not yet. Like just flying through a yard way too fast. If anything, I've been, like always, a little too conservative, a little extra conservative. But that's me. Try to play realistic. Right. See what we get to do up here. And this will be, I really make an effort not to do things at night, like not to have a lot of nighttime episodes. I know it's really hard to see and it's not very interesting and, well, you know, etc. And now here we are fixing to be doing stuff at night again, like always. Give it just a little goose, little loosey-goosey. Get up here to the gigantic green marker. I guess that's how they're going to be. I don't know if there was mods for this game yet, or if anybody's thought about modding maybe something that's a little bit less, you know, gigantic. But at the moment, I don't know if anybody has. Right, so we'll get this thing stopped. Okay, now what? Request to pass the signal and couple to the formation. Press tab. So I will. Request to pass signal at danger. Proceed at restricted speed. You got it. Okay. So it breaks off. I don't know what the restricted speed is. And let's take a look at our formation. Are we even on the right track? We are. Okay, looking good. Oh, it's just so mellow. So mellow. Take a look outside. Oh yeah, sun is setting. Beautiful day in Maryland. Slow her down a little bit. Is that a coal train? Not coal train. Oh, cool. There's another train passing us. apparently, from what I've read, apparently there's a live dispatch in the whole valley. So there's like a schedule of trains, things that are happening in the valley, and whatever it is that you're doing, like when you jump in the game, whatever time that is, or if you set up your own scenario, it works around that schedule. So you have to wait for traffic, you have to wait at signals, and there were a couple times in some of the earlier scenarios where I got to a red light and it was like, wait here. And I'm thinking, like, you know, for how long? Things go off. Okay. Reverser to neutral. Set the auto brake to handle off. Come back. Right there. Right? Set the cutout switch to cut. Okay. Set the MU-24 to trail 6. Trail 6, wow. Switch off any lights on the locomotive. Man, the detail in this game is the truth. Wow. Switch off the engine run, generator field, and fuel pump. Right? Set the headlights to be controlled from another unit. And I do that, of course. Come back, right there. Controlling either end, long hood end. Intermediate unit. Long hood end. Is it down here? No. It's gotta be that. Okay. Switch off the radio fuse. Indeed I will, sir. Change cabs. Change cabs. Okay. 31 yards. Right. Getting pretty banged up on FPS right there. I think it's because of that other train. Right. Up the steps. No. I forgot to close the window on that other train. Oh, that's going to bug me. Somebody else can close it. Switch on the radio fuse. Son, I just sat down. Did that guy follow me? I don't know how I feel about that. It's a little stalkery. Right. Set the headlight control to be coupled at the long end hood. Switch on the engine run, generator field, and fuel pump. You got it. Anyway, diddly-dee, diddly-do. Required lights on the locomotive. Set the MU-2A valve to lead. Give it. There it is. Lead. Alright. Set the cutoff switch to freight. Now, I'm curious if at some point it's going to ask us fly independent brake to at least 30%. 32%. Set the auto brake to release. Raise the brake pipe. Okay, I guess we did that. Reverse it forward.
This is B251, requesting a track warrant from Salisbury Junction to Cumberland. Over.
B251, await passage of an eastbound train, and subject to signal indications, proceed from Salisbury Junction to Sandpatch. Over.
Yeah, here's some of that realism.
B251, subject to signal indications, proceeding from Salisbury Junction as far as Sandpatch. Out.
Now, okay, it's dinged me like this many, many times. I guess we're just supposed to know that we wait for that red light. Which is, what, 100 yards away. I'm going to pull up right here and stop. Because it does this to me. Right. It does this to me. It did it like 6 times the other day. There was a red light, and I was like, it can't want me to just sit here. That's mental. Like, what kind of a torture game is this, that it just wants me to sit here in an idling train? And apparently, that's what it wants you to do. And I looked online, I looked on the forum, and there are various theories about how long that could be. This one guy said he waited like 20 minutes for a train to pass. And like I was saying before, I guess it's a live dispatch in the valley. So if it, if there's a train going slowly up a hill, you just wait for it. And it's very realistic. But it is also absolutely mental. I'm trying to turn with my mouse here. I don't know who we're waiting for. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's take a look here. Let's see who's moving. Is there anything moving? That's us. That's the back of us. So is there anything down here? Oh. This is here. This is here. And I'm here. Right. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode right there. Unless this is the sort of thing that you're into. I'm going to call it an episode. Thank you so much for stopping by to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for an episode of CSX Heavy Haul. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.